Welcome to Rockhampton.
This is our old stomping ground, a place where I grew up, where we met, where we got married, but we haven't been back here for more than 25 years. And we're wondering, is the Rockhampton today the Rockhampton we knew back then? It's become a very sophisticated, small city and somewhere you might like to include on your agenda. It's right on the Tropic of Capricorn. We're going to take you to see some of the iconic sites that we grew up with, but we're also going to go and find some new friends, some new places we haven't seen or done, because it was a wonderful place to live. It's right on the tropics. It's a hot city. It's February, but the weather looks like it's going to be great to us today. So come along as we rediscover Rockhampton and take you along for the ride. We're Mark and Kelly. We travel the world full-time, sharing adventures and tips along the way. Join us for the journey and welcome to Grown Up Gap Years. Just rewind and we'll show you how we got here. We're in Queensland, Australia, and we're going to travel from the capital, Brisbane, up to the beef capital of Australia, Rockhampton, on the Tropic of Capricorn. It's going to take us about 7 hours to drive, and it's a journey of 628 kilometres. So we pulled out at Miriam Vale on our road trip to Rockhampton, and it's the big crab, but we've gone a bit off book. We're having a Moreton Bay bug sandwich. Moreton Bay bugs. I like crab. I love Moreton Bay bug. Ooh, so it's just white bread.
Oh my God.
Look how much bug meat is on it. I'll put a picture of what a Moreton Bay bug looks like so that you can see. Right, so it's up to me, I'll have to taste. It's just sandwich bread, but this bug meat is delicious. And then there's like a seafood sauce on there. It's got a bit of spice on it. And we've got the seafood sauce, which is a bit spicy. There's a bit of like chopped up iceberg. Lots of butter. It's delicious. I'm really glad we got this. The crab is good also. But yeah, I just really like baby meat. So I'm just going to keep eating. So.
This is really good.
Can you hear that sound? That is bats in the tree. Oh my goodness. So many of them. Oh, that sound. It's awful. That was a nice little pit stop.
Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, it's really good.
Moreton Bay bug sandwich. Yum.
But the crab sandwich is very good also. So that's just at Miriam Vale, and it's we're closer to Rockhampton than we are away from it. So we're more near Rockhampton than Brisbane now. So I'd advise you to stop and have one of those. It's well worth it. How far we got to go?
I think probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Let's hope so. So it's peak traffic time here in Rockhampton. Just a few things to point out. The post office behind us says that it's 1:05, but it's not. The clock must have stopped.
I think it's stopped.
City is full of the most beautiful architecture.
Yes.
You don't realise it until you go away. It's one of those things you don't appreciate until you've left. The architecture is next level. So Rockhampton was settled, I think, in like the 1850s, and I think they tried very hard to model it on parts of Melbourne, and you'll see things like iron lacework around buildings. That's really typical of Melbourne as well. This post office over behind us is absolutely stunning. Just a couple of things. Rockhampton is mostly known as Rocky. It's also been known as Rock Vegas. Brisbane stole that. They call Brisbane Bris Vegas, but Rockhampton was Rock Vegas long before Brisbane
I think it was the original, wasn't it?
It most certainly was the original. So I never call Brisbane Bris Vegas because at heart I'm a Rocky girl who's preserving it for my hometown. Anyway, it's worthwhile coming just to see the architecture. It reminds me very much of some of those cities we've been to, like at Penang, some of that in Georgetown, some of that architecture there. Kandy in Sri Lanka, because they were all colonised by the British, so it's similar sorts of architecture. Yeah, really, really interesting.
Laver. He's one of our famous tennis players. He won 2 Grand Slams, 2 Wimbledons and 1 Australian Open. Very proud Rockhampton man.
Guys, this is where I had my first job. I finished university and I became a sports journalist at the Rockhampton Morning Bulletin. That's the local paper. That's so cool. So yeah, the main part of Rockhampton has changed very much. They've put in this amazing, it's like a river walk on the south side near the city centre. And they've changed the city centre. It used to be a mall, I think.
It was a mall, you couldn't drive down there or anything.
Yeah, and I think it killed a lot of business. So they sensibly moved the pedestrian area out near the river. And it's just beautifully landscaped. And so,
nice shady walk.
Yeah, the river's called the Fitzroy. It's full of crocodiles. Don't swim in it. Would there be sharks in there? There'd have to be bull sharks
in there,
yeah, not for swimming. It's very much a feature of Rockhampton. It splits the city into north side and south side. So I grew up a north side girl, but ended up becoming a south side girl. It was like a betrayal to my heritage. But I'm very impressed with what they've done here. It's not a city that stood still. It's a city that's grown and take advantage of a lot of natural beauty. Yeah, so we're well impressed with how this city's grown and almost reinvented itself but kept true to its roots. Lovely. Why did we wait 25 years to come back?
It's such a beautiful place.
Yeah. I'm still not going to get up travelling to come to Rockhampton.
No.
So behind us is the Tropic of Capricorn. It's actually really cool to be standing at the mark. So Tropic of Capricorn pretty well divides Australia into the top third. So anything above that is going into the tropics. It says that here is a temperate zone. I beg to differ. Rockhampton is one of the hottest places I've ever been in my entire life. So yeah, Rocky's a great place. People say it's a great place to pass through. I think it deserves a little bit more than a pass.
Yeah, give it a day or so.
Yeah, it deserves at least a day or so. But Rockhampton is a great gateway to other places. So you can head west, you can head out to Longreach, the birthplace of Qantas, you can go to Winton. Big dinosaur population out there, which I've never seen. So it might be something for us to go and see at another time. And then only half an hour away is the Capricorn Coast. Really lovely.
Lovely little place like Yeppoon, Emu Park.
Yeah, they are really lovely. When we lived in Rockhampton 25 years ago, we used to think Yeppoon was a really long drive away. It was a half hour. It takes us that long to move 2 suburbs in Brisbane. So Capricorn Coast, really, really nice area. I don't know what's going on with Great Keppel Island, but Great Keppel Island is, magic place. It was fantastic 25 years ago, but something seems to have happened and it seems to have lost its way. So
Hopefully it'll be great again.
yeah, there are always plans for redevelopment. It had the whitest sand I've ever seen, that beautiful white squeaky sand. Yeah, so here we are, Tropic of Capricorn, Rockhampton, so many gifts. So Rockhampton is the beef capital of Australia, and to celebrate that unique status, it has surrounded the city with bull statues. It's a way of entertaining yourself to go and count the bulls in the city. They're on roofs of shops, they're all over the place. There's heaps of information online about them. Bulls. Rockhampton is full of bull.
So the common practice in Rockhampton was like a national sport. They had to come and take the balls. People used to steal the balls off the bulls. Now look at this. They've actually had to go and reinforce every balls around Rockhampton. Seems a bit cruel, doesn't it?
It seems a bit weird, you pointing to and me doing a close-up of bull genitalia. But it is actually really funny.
Bulls balls, it's a new thing.
National sport of Rockhampton, ball stealing. Rockhampton is unusual in that in one of the main streets, it actually has a train that comes through, usually at the most inconvenient times, and one's coming now, so I thought I'd give you a look. So this is sort of like a version of Train Street in Hanoi.
Yeah, this is Rockhampton's
like
Train Street.
It's like Train Street in Rockhampton. It's a bloody long train.
long
It just
train.
keeps going on and on.
Do you think we could put a table up with a cup of coffee?
Have a cup of glass of wine, watch the train go by. So it's finally coming to an end. I think this has been I'm going to say almost 3 minutes this train has been trundling through. Hilarious. All the traffic stopped. They're all waiting to get around it. Here it comes, just near the end. Ta-da! All right, so we're now heading over to an absolute treat of a place. This is one of my favourite foods in the whole world, so I've never forgotten this food. It's a McHugh's pie. And it's just not a pie because all Australians eat pies, but it's a custard pie. Did you like them?
I did, I love them.
Right, so Mark's not as much of a fan as I am, but I have been hanging for these. So they do like a sweet pastry base, and then they put a layer of fruit and then a custard on top that they cook with nutmeg all over the top. And you used to be able to get apple and apricot and peach. Apricot was my favourite because it was sort of sour. Oh, delicious. We have been to lots of places in Australia and around the world, and I have never found anything like this. I found fruit pies, I found custard pies, but none that they ever combine. So we are going to go and get me one of my childhood favourite foods, a McHugh's pie. If you've got a favourite childhood food that you haven't had since you were an adult, let us know what it is in the comments below, and we might be able to try it somewhere when we're travelling. We're here. But there doesn't seem to be a pie shop.
No pie shop though.
It says McHugh's Pies. I'm in the right place. Look, it says
Yes.
behind me, McHugh's Pies.
I think it's...
Where'd it go? It's not there. It says it's open. I'm going to Google this. Give me a minute. It's closed down. It closed down in December.
I think you're going to cry, eh?
Oh, no, I'm not going to cry. But oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh well, no childhood pies for me. Probably didn't need a pie, but oh, it would have been nice. Oh, we've missed it by 2 months. It's been 42 years it's been in business. I'll quickly show you my school in a moment. It was literally across the road where I went to primary school, and this used to be our Friday lunch. Disappointing. I'm so sad. If there's anywhere else in Rockhampton that does something similar to a McHugh's Pies, could you let us know? Because It'll probably be gone by the time this comes out, but it might help somebody else out who's hankering for a fruit and custard pie. Oh, so sad. Oh well. Guys, I have to introduce you to this iconic Australian food. So after the disappointment of my pie, I'm going to show you a cherry ripe. I think it's a uniquely Australian chocolate bar. I hope so. It's my favourite chocolate bar.
Yeah, mine. And I think Mick thinks he might be getting some too.
So this is our grandson dog, Mick. See how alike we look? He is not getting chocolate because he is a dog. Oh, I'm happy about that, Mick. It's a lot of heavy breathing from Mick. So this is a twin pack, which is a bit weird.
Oh.
So we get one each.
Yes.
So it's covered with chocolate, clearly, because it's a chocolate bar. But when you bite inside it,
Oh.
Look at that cherry goodness.
Yeah, Mick's out of here.
Because he's a good dog, he knows he can't have chocolate. So it is sweet because it's a chocolate bar. So it's delicious. It's got a tart. It's not tart. It's just got a cherry flavour to it. That's just so uniquely Australian. If you come to Australia, you've got to try a cherry ripe. You've got to try some Vegemite. And you've got to try some Tim Tams. The original Tim Tams, not all the other palaver, just the original Tim Tams.
Yeah, the originals are the best. Huh?
Same with these. They put all this other stuff on these. No, just get a plain cherry ripe bar. So this is making up for my pie disappointment. Doing a good job, actually.
Yum. Cheers.
Cheers.
But you couldn't come to Rockhampton without having a Criterion Hotel steak. Beautiful. We like ours. Medium rare. Beautiful. Got a lovely pepper sauce. Beautiful salad. And I tell you what, Queensland does really good chips. They are beautiful. Just nice, thick, crunchy. Give them a little dip in your pepper sauce. I think we're going to enjoy this. I'll give the steak a go. Beautiful. Look at that. Dip in the pepper sauce. Steak just tastes different everywhere in Queensland. This is absolutely beautiful. It's probably one of the better ones we've had since we've been back. So that steak was absolutely beautiful, and this is why Rockhampton is the beef capital of Australia. That cut of meat was beautiful. It was thick, it was juicy, perfectly cooked. Couldn't be happier.
I accidentally backed is in front.
Still in front.
Still in front. Oh, come on!
Oh, Kelly's made the winner by accident.
Go!
You backed the winner by accident. I can't believe it.
Oh my God! You never change your ticket. Look! Let me go! Oh my goodness! All right, we're cashed up now. My horse is coming in. My horse that I just won keeps one in. I'd like to say it was my good judgment, but it was actually more good luck.
So here we are, race 4, Callaghan Park in Rockhampton, and all the horses are coming down to the barriers. We've been lucky enough and been able to come around to the racing barriers to watch the start of a race.
Now, we haven't discussed this, but Mark used to be a very famous jockey here at Callaghan Park. He's ridden all over the world. This is Mark's old stomping ground.
Yeah.
So the horses will go into those barriers, they'll jump out. How far is this race, Mark?
This race, I think it's 1,100 metres.
So there's a lot of respect for us in our YouTubing. No.
Yes.
So this isn't something that everybody gets to do when they come to the races, but we just thought it would be nice to show you a back view of it. The back end view of racing.
Yes.
So we showed you the front when I won all my money in the last race. And this is the back end, this is how
Where
it all
she
starts.
accidentally won.
I won.
Large, went up on the outside of Holy Crown, Runaway Renee, Phantom Flight just in front, Runaway Renee trying to rally back, but Phantom Flight won the money. Beat Runaway Renee, Holy Crown third, Photo fourth. Changed the deal, Big Shooter Lee.
So this is the scene, the exact scene where I met Mark like 43 years ago or something, 43, 44 years ago.
It was a while.
So clearly, you know, we weren't even born then when we met because we're, you know, so young. But no, it was quite a while ago. We have different recollections of how we met. Apparently, Mark said I saw him and chased after him until he agreed to go out with me. And that just does not sound like me, so I'm not sure that that's true.
I did give in pretty easy.
Oh, you did give in. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I have no memory of anything, so we'll have to go with his version.
I can do a reenactment if you want.
A reenactment?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anyone wants to see a reenactment of you pretending you're 18 and me pretending I'm 16. Good
But
Lord.
you'd be too old for me now.
Cheeky boy. Too old for him indeed. So anyway, yeah, this is it. This is where we met. Yeah, it's about as romantic as that story gets. We've come up here to show you a beautiful sunset view of Rockhampton up at the top of Mount Archer. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
We've got rain, we're in the clouds.
We're literally in the clouds.
We can't see a thing.
It's surreal, it's bizarre. Anyway, it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, no sunset view for any of us tonight. But can I say how amazing it's been to come back to Rockhampton?
From the bulls to the racetracks, there's plenty to do here.
Yeah, it's been a real walk through memory lane, seeing how much has changed and really how little has changed.
Too.
But regardless, it's part of our story. Yeah. If you're somebody who's considering coming to Rocky, maybe you're revisiting or coming for the first time, we can highly recommend this place. Rocky's got plenty of character and plenty to offer. And that's us done for now. Come join us somewhere in the world for our next adventure.